How you doing, everybody? This is like one of my first videos. Maybe I'll do more. I don't know. Just depends how I feel, I guess. I don't know. But this is to do with that dude Shaman Oaks. I was just trying to just kind of give everybody a little story, I guess. So here it goes. This is a story about when I was maybe like 8 or 9, and I was up north. I live in Michigan, so we was up north in Alpena. There's a cabin we used to have when I was real young. My whole family went there, everybody. So we was up there, and it was summertime, and it was nice out. And there was a bunch of we was about to leave actually that day. The other family was gonna stay. I was gonna leave with my parents, and I was like 8 or 9. So we were sitting there, and everybody's sitting outside by the camp, and there's a little bonfire going and everything. And my uncle Tim, and let me just name a few people that was there. My uncle Tim, my dad, my mom, me, my cousins, Mark, Aaron, and Tim. We was all sitting there. And there's a few other people, a couple of different cousins. It was girls. I think there was a family friend. I don't know. And we was all sitting there, and we was about to leave. And maybe like an hour before we was leaving, I got up. My mom said, "Go in the car," and we're about to leave. And an hour before we were leaving, it took about an hour after this happened. I stood by the car, which was the last car out, facing the driveway. So there was maybe two other cars in front of it, like this, and then a couple of cars like right here, and then the driveway went like that, and it went all the way up to the cabin. There's a little gravel sidewalk. It's gravel. Everything's sand, mind you. So it's up north. It's bears and shit like that. There's all kinds of shit. But anyway, so I went to go stand by the car. And my Uncle Tim decided there was more, he needed more firewood. So he gets up, and I go stand by the car, and I'm looking back like this as I'm walking. Like, nothing happens. That's not it. So I'm getting too closer to the car, and then, I just lean in the car. Like, I didn't open the door. All I did was just stand there, leaning on it. And there's an old, greenish, they call it Chevy, like 90s car. I forget what it's called. I don't know. It'll pop up later. Sometimes shit pops up in my head, I'll tell you. But anyway, I was leaning there. My Uncle Tim grabs the axe. And he's only got one hand, mind you, because he lost his hand. That's a whole nother video. He lost his hand working, maybe like 26, 27 years old, working at this place called Kearns, which is a manufacturing company in Taylor. And anyway, he picked up the axe, and I'm leaning over here, and there's a bunch of people by the fire, and I'm leaning on the car. And I can see my dad. He's directly across from me. So I'm looking at him, and my Uncle Tim. So he's here. I'm here. Uncle Tim's over here. He picks up the axe and he swings it, and then boom, hits my dad in the nose. Ricochets, hits me in the back of the head, and I'm just out. I'm out. That's it. I got hit in the head with an axe. True story, swear to God. Ask my mom. But besides that, when I came to, this is even the thing. My bad. I paused the video. I didn't. All right. So anyway, yeah, I got hit in the head with an axe. Yo, that's not even it though. Like, this is even my story about what I see. So I get hit in the head with an axe. I come to, and I'm looking up, and everybody's huddling over me. I was maybe out for 30 seconds, 2 minutes tops. Everybody's huddling me and crying, like, "Oh my God, he's dead! Oh my God!" And I'm like, "What's wrong?" I get up, I'm like, "Everything's cool." And I look down at my hand, like, "Oh shit, there's blood everywhere." And I look around, everybody's crying. I'm like, "I'm all right. I'm just bleeding a little bit. Like, I don't even know what happened." I found that out way after everything that I got hit in the head with Max, for real. But after that, we got in the car, just me and my parents. So we dipped. We was flying. She was like doing 90 all the way there. And when I it was like fading in and out. And I remember getting up and looking at my towel that I was laying on. Had full blood. Whole thing. Like if you picked it up, blood be drenched. It was like putting it in a pool. So I look up and I'm like, am I gonna die? And I'm like 8, 9 years old, young, thinking I'm gonna die. Not really understand what death is. But anyway, I just black out. That's it. I didn't die, they say. I mean, they didn't do a real report like that. They didn't see if I was dead, but I guess I wasn't dead. I was just out. But I was like losing consciousness, in and out. But the last time I was out, I was maybe, it felt like forever. Forever. I don't even, so the story is that I got out of the car. My dad picked me up, and we ran to the hospital, and they hurried up and actually just took me to the back of the room and laid me on the table, I guess, and they just started, examining me and getting everything ready. They were gonna put staples in my head. I think I got like 13, 14 staples in a little tiny spot. But this is where it gets interesting. This is where it starts. I fade out. All of a sudden, maybe it felt like years went by, and I could feel the energy of me still being a kid. I wasn't like I could feel this energy now as grown, I guess, or whatever you want to call it. But I felt the energy of me still being a little kid, and I was walking. And if you ever seen South Park, there is the Hell Pass Hospital. I literally imagined Hell Pass Hospital, but it was so real. And the skies was purple, and the trees was so green. It's like taking the color out of the crayon box and old fat ones and coloring a realistic picture that is like